People don't change. When I first entered this business 20 years ago, heroin was hip.
What do you want, man?
I'm looking for someone. You seen him? Nobody's learned a damn thing. Is it soup yet? A good friend of mine, Chick Farrell, asked me to find his oldest son. He was lost to drugs. By the time I found him, he was lost forever. Three weeks later, I got a phone call from a grieving dad. He asked me to meet him in a building on the Lower East Side. Chick had found the pushers who killed his boy. He wanted my help to nail them.
They're up there, 3rd floor.
You sure it's them?
I did 22 years in narcotics.
Did you call for backup?
Nope.
Do it, I'm going in.
My ass. I'm gonna nail the bastards that killed my kid.
Listen, Chick, you asked me to get these guys, and I will, but we want the big fish, not the guppies.
I want all of them.
Hey, listen, you're too close to this. It's too personal for you. I got no idea what I'm walking into up there. I need a cool head, not hot blood, you understand? When I was younger, it was the Russians are coming. Today, it's the Russians are here. Sweet dreams for us. In my line of work, you need a cool head, not hot blood. But his oldest boy was dead and buried, and Chick Farrell was burning with hate.
Gives me the runs.
Freeze, scumbags!
Whoa, Pops. Are you nuts?
You killed my son.
Your son killed himself. You want someone to blame? Look in the mirror.
My good friend was dying, about to join his son wherever it is we go after this life. As Chick gasped his last breath, my only link to a killer, a strung-out hooker, ran for her life. I had to find her. Chick Farrell had commendations on his uniform as bright as the Vegas skyline. Friends on the force to carry his coffin up the steps, to shed a tear at the graveside, and to hoist a glass of beer in memory
Here's a toast
at Lou's.
to Captain Gale Farrell Sr., a real man, with a girl's name.
We gathered to mourn, but also to celebrate a life well lived. with laughter and memories in the company of friends and family. But not everybody's memories were so fond. Chick's other son, Nick, seemed lost, a stranger surrounded by familiar faces.
Bust his chops about that name of his. What the hell kind of a name is Gale for a cop? That's why we called him Chick. You know, your dad had thick skin. But under that thick skin beat a 24-karat heart.
Nick,
Yeah,
you may not remember me on my camera.
I know who you are. You were with Chick when he was killed.
Yeah, I was. Listen, I'm sorry about what happened. I wish I could have saved him.
Well, you didn't.
Want to step into my office? Look, I know this has got to be tough for you. First your brother, and now your dad.
Yeah?
Your father was so proud of you. He used to talk about you all the time.
That's a lie.
Nick Farrell's life had been an endless series of hurts. I could see it in his eyes. Angry eyes that told me he was ready to explode. My anger had focus. I wanted to find a drug dealer and a cop killer and introduce him to hammer justice. Your photo doesn't do you justice, sweetheart.
Ladies! Ladies! Mike.
You're hurting me.
This is withholding evidence. What are you thinking? In a murder investigation, that's a felony.
Skip, I thought it was litter. It was hard to tell in that dump. Before you give me the chair, I want to show you something else. I took this clip off one of the goons' guns.
This is Russian, too. Get me Gorby in Special Ops.
So, tell me about this hooker.
She was a blonde. I didn't get a very good look at her face, but she had a nice body.
Oh, sure. That you notice. How about something that'll help us?
I'm getting to it. She had a tattoo on her breast. Now, I don't know what it was, but it was big.
So you're sure she saw it all go down?
I'm sure, and I can tell you this, the killer's sure she saw it go down.
So how do these damn Russians read this crap? It's all Greek to me.
By the way, how'd the Knicks do?
They lost. Thank God I wasn't on them.
I have to be in court in 20 minutes. What do you have?
Well, you're the Russian mob expert. You tell us.
Who's us?
Mike Hammer, private eye.
Chick Farrell was a pal of mine.
Dmitry Garbulin. I run the Russian branch of special operations.
Nice to meet you, Dmitry.
Just call me Gorby, okay? Everyone else does.
All right, Gorby.
Where'd you get this?
I got it off one of the goons the night Chick was killed.
You got news, sports, weather. It's just a Russian newspaper.
The newspaper's Russian, the clip's Russian.
They were talking Russian.
Yeah, it could be the mob.
What?
Nick Farrell?
Okay.
So, Gorby, how do these guys operate?
What, the Russian mob?
Yeah.
Just like KGB, only without the charm, you know? Brutal.
Were they working drugs?
Drugs, prostitution, weapons. You know, the regular menu. Hey, since the wall came down, you know, they're just not exporting vodka.
What do you mean?
The mob got so big, so fast. Yeltsin attached a point man to the Russian delegation at the UN.
So what do you want?
If Farrell stumbled in on the Red Mob drug operation, believe me, it will disappear. They're experts at it.
Hey, can I get you guys some coffee? Is there anything else?
How about a better attitude?
Sit down, Nick.
I'll stand. You got a reason for bringing me in here?
Yeah. Your father was after the pusher that killed your brother.
So what do you want from me?
Well, you kept in touch with your brother, didn't you? You know, you were busted at 16 for possession. Did you use the same pusher your brother did?
Come on, man. That file was sealed by the court. That was a juvenile offense.
Nick, we're just trying to help.
You know what? Screw you guys.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Well, he's got his father's temper. That's about it. Give me a drag.
No. There's a new generation with new hopes and dreams, but the same tragic flaw that screwed Adam and Eve out of paradise. We want more. Power, cash, love, a higher high. No, people haven't changed. Maybe that's what makes us human.
I got it, Mike.
Good, bring it in.
Printing.
Excellent, I'll pull it up on my computer.
Mike. You can't just call it up. You have to go through the back door. I'll do it.
No, I can do it.
So do it.
All right, you do it.
You can't even set the alarm on your clock radio. There.
Did you find those addresses I gave you?
This is the Hall of Records. I cracked their file. If somebody owns property, it's here. I got the first one.
Beagle Management. Ah, that's a holding company.
Don't know. There's a second.
Beagle Management. Sweetheart, I love you.
Stand in line. Where are you going?
This is my girl. She's gonna lay low for a couple of days, then she'll hit the streets. The monkey in her veins will start screaming.
You gotta find her, Mike.
Nobody's gonna find her for a day or two, so I'm gonna go apartment hunting. Beagle Management had offices in a black glass building in a high-class neighborhood. A corporate palace built from the sadness of slums.
It's all marketing. You have high end and you have low end.
And dead end. Gail Farrell Jr. died at your Houston Street property. It was a dump.
We have lots of property. Sometimes people die in them.
And Gail Farrell Sr. was murdered at your 18th Street address, another dump.
Oh, yes, the cop. That was unfortunate.
Coincidence. The Farrell family's had a lot of misfortune with your company.
Mr. Hammer, we're not responsible for the behavior of our tenants.
And that lets you sleep soundly in your Connecticut comfy home, doesn't it?
You're a rude man.
It's a rude world, sweetheart. Now, who'd you rent those buildings to?
This meeting is over. I've called security.
Hey, Eddie!
Mike.
Sorry about that transit authority job. Too bad you gotta slum it.
Hell of a guy.
I left the tenement for the penthouse. Detective Gorby set me up with his contact at the UN. At least the view was better. I met Detective Gorby at Ilyich Bukharin's office, a high-ranking Russian official who tracked the activities of the Red Mob. He also kept track of his secretary.
Dmitri!
Господин Бухарин, как дела? Это Майк Хэммер, про которого я говорил.
Nice to meet you, Itchy.
Itchy. How very American of you, Mr. Hammer.
This won't take long. I can see you're busy.
Well, there are invitations to an art show. Due to cutbacks, unfortunately, I have become the Minister of Cultural Affairs. It's post-perestroika impressionism.
Ильич, она может свободно говорить.
Nadia, could you get some lunch?
Your tongue must be tired, Nadja.
It's good exercise.
Now, how can I help you?
I'm looking for the names of Russian families who may be deeply into drugs, primarily heroin.
To begin with, they are called cells, not families. I mean, old habits die hard. And Dmitri has all the information I have. We share everything.
I thought communism was dead.
We think arms trafficking might be bottom line.
Maybe, but my instinct tells me the drugs are for cash flow.
Well, the Russian mob, they are the new kids on the block. They would not just set up shop without some accommodation.
Any possibility they could be dealing with the Italians?
Oh, everything is possible. I'm sorry I have no information about the killing of your friend, the policeman Farrell. I just can't get any. But this man, he owns the drug trade. I'm sure he would love to help you.
What, eliminate the competition?
In any language, greed is greed.
Привет, семья.
Dmitri.
Not on the first date. I took the name and number from Itchy. but it was a name I already knew. Anyone who knows the street knows the name. Vito Di Domenico. I made the call and arranged for a quiet conversation with a man whose family business is being head of the family.
He's in your booth.
Thanks.
Mr. Hammond, over here. Please, sit down. Do me a favor, will you? If we're gonna meet again, let me pick the place. This wine is embarrassing.
Ah, I'm a beer drinker. I wouldn't know.
That's funny. I hear you need a favor.
I need some information.
Call it what you will. I'm here to help. If I could help, I'm gonna help. You know, Mr. Hammer, you got a good reputation. Who knows, maybe someday you'll do me a favor.
Maybe.
If you don't mind, don't light up. Allergies.
Oh, sorry.
Tit for tat.
Allow me.
So, how can I help you?
The Russians. You in bed with the Russians?
Kill animal. Hey, these people have no morals. Let me tell you something. Every day, 5 or 6 customers die because of that filth that they sell. Now, I sell quality merchandise, pure.
What do they cut their stuff with?
Brown sugar, barbiturates, the stains from their boxer shorts, anything.
Who's their top guy?
Like every top guy. He's the one whose hands are clean.
There are lots of girls who work the city streets, and they work their corners like territories. I knew where my blue-eyed girl had been arrested, so I knew her turf. And I knew her veins would be demanding attention, so she'd be working. The killer knew this, too.
Go, bitch. Get in.
Blue Eyes was in trouble, and so were a couple of hired goons. Sometimes this job is a real kick. Hold it.
Oh, I gotta go. They're gonna kill me.
Hey, just take it easy. Nobody's gonna kill you. Come on, you're coming with me.
Are you okay, honey? I picked up some clothes at the dry cleaner today. I'll get you something to wear.
I need to ask you some questions.
Mike, she's hurting right now.
She's lucky to be hurting. Those guys intended to fix it so you'd never feel anything again.
What do you want?
I want some answers.
What do I get?
Place to hide until we nail the guys that want you dead. I'll put some money in your pocket and you can go on your way.
What kind of questions?
A week ago, there was a shootout in a building. A cop was killed.
You. I remember you. If you aren't a cop, you're one of them.
Hey, sit down.
Ouch.
Now, who was the suit that had his hand on your ass that night, huh? The #1 honcho?
Like I'm in a business where we exchange names. Please.
You must have had a big cash night with this guy that night, because, darling, you are a street corner franchise.
It wasn't for cash. It was for a snow ride. And if you remember me, then you saw me at my best. Loaded. I didn't ask any questions.
Well, somebody had to call him by name.
They weren't even talking English. I couldn't tell if they were saying the guy's name or saying doorknob.
But you would know him if you saw him, right?
Sure.
Right?
What makes you think you'll find him and he won't kill you?
Because I'm a whole lot meaner, sweetheart. Now, did he pick you up in a corner, or was this whole thing arranged?
Yeah, you know, a corner.
Bzzz. That was Beulah the Buzzer, a special lie detector we've installed for people just like you.
I've been wrapped up by the best of them. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to save your life, Blue Eyes. Listen, nobody rolled down a window and bartered a trick for a mainline daydream. Somebody arranged it for you. Now, who was it?
This fur boy. He gets me work sometimes.
Fur boy.
Yeah.
All right, there it is. Belda,
Yeah,
take our new friend to my place and make her feel comfortable, but box up all the booze. We want Our Lady of the Pavement to keep a clear mind in case you remember something else. So I called Detective Skip Gleason and gave him Furboy's name. With an assist from Vice, Furboy was invited to fall by for a friendly chat.
Maligned by society, abused by its uniforms, accosted by the almighty lords of the system. Somebody get me out of here, please. Oh, my Lord, we've got two.
Hello, Furboy. You enjoy the ride in?
Lawyer call. I need a lawyer call.
Well, let's talk first.
And why couldn't we have talked on the street?
Come on. I want to ruin your reputation talking to the police. Cramp your style.
Now, did you book a blonde hooker that goes by the name of Blue Eyes?
Don't know her, never met her, haven't seen her. Need a lawyer.
We know you worked the girl. We know you sent the girl on a job where a cop was killed. Now, that's serious, Furboy. You see, we take cop killing very seriously around here. Now, answer me, or you will need a lawyer. A good one.
Ask me a question.
Who booked the girl?
Who booked the girl, man? I don't know. I don't have any names.
Bring him in, boys.
Come on, tough guy.
Furboy,
Move it.
meet your new roommate.
Captain, are you authorized to perform a marriage ceremony?
I run a tight ship.
Wait a minute. I just remembered. I got another call. Same guy.
Who was he?
Look, I don't know. I'm sending 3 girls there. They got a warehouse in Brooklyn, all the way at the end of Atlantic Avenue. Oh, hey, where you going? Hey, what about him?
You may now kiss the bride.
Oh! Oh, no. No!
With Furboy's tip, we made the long trip to Brooklyn, looking for our Russian connection to the drug trade. Skip and I thought we'd surprise them, but we were the ones in for the surprise.
All units on quickset operation. This is a stand down. Repeat, stand down all units on quickset. Respond.
All units copy over.
What, are you bailing on this thing, Skip?
There's another operation going on. Who? I got the special ops gang unit, drug enforcement boys. Everyone's in there. This could have been a real screw up. This hand has been played out. Let's get out of here.
It wasn't supposed to go down like this. We thought we had a good hand to play, but the deck was full of jokers and the stakes became very high. There'd been a breakdown in communications. Skip and I thought we'd have the field to ourselves, but we were wrong. Detective Gorby's gang unit was already there, and the blood was flowing. But it wasn't Russian blood, and it wasn't Russian heroin. These were DiDomenico's men and his drugs. Flames from lethal barrels lit the night like a swarm of murderous fireflies. Men dropped. Bad men that no one would mourn but their mothers. And one good man. The only Russian in the game. Detective Dmitri Gorby. A screw-up this big just doesn't happen. It's carefully planned. But whose plan? I had to find the wild card.
Freeze! I tried to stop this. Relax. Put it down. I'm putting the gun down. Relax. I swear I tried to stop this.
Against the wall. Spread it.
Couple.
Hands. Your hands.
The bust had gone wrong. Dead wrong. Kilos of pure heroin were in police custody. But a good cop was in the city morgue. And Nick Farrell had emerged as a major player in a deadly game.
Words are not. My language fails to translate for me. Dmitri was such a good man.
A bad day got worse. A human ulcer.
Quite a gathering.
Deputy Mayor Lawrence, I am so sorry.
No need to apologize, Mr. Elliott. Your information was solid. As a matter of fact, you're about to receive a proclamation from the mayor and the governor.
Wait a minute. There wasn't a single Russian in the mix. Not one.
Zip it, Hammer.
It is impossible for me to tell you what this means to me. Deputy Mayor, if you will just please keep me posted. If you need me for anything, I will be at the art gallery. My office has the number.
I have the number. It was on the invitation. I received it this morning. I'll be there. I love Russian art.
Excellent. I will see you.
You wouldn't know a Cossack from a Cocker Spaniel.
And who's this here? Mr. Nick Farrell? You know who I am?
Well, if you're looking for a political endorsement, I'll wear my jackass button right here.
Oh, next to the chip on your shoulder? Mr. Farrell has been released because there were police witnesses who verify his story that he took out the assailant who shot Detective what's-his-name?
Gorby.
Wait a minute. You're looking for a hero? Put a medal on him. He's the guy.
Someone in your department leaked information to Mr. Farrell.
All right, I'll look into it.
No leaks. I tailed Gorby.
Well, just the same, before Mr. Farrell walks out of here, I would plug those leaks, because there had to be leaks. Now, a major bust was nearly screwed. That's your department. We almost had cops shooting other cops. That's your department. And there had to be leaks. Your department. You brought Hammer there. My department.
Suck it, Tom's Berry.
For cripe's sakes, Hammer, shut your hole.
Now, I balance the Russian embassy, DEA, NYPD, borough politicians, and the mayor. You know what that makes me?
A bureaucrat?
You patch up this crappy department and put in for early retirement. You nearly blew a front-page bust, and you got Gail Farrell killed. You don't have a client, you don't have a case. Out.
Now listen, a good detective was just murdered. What page you gonna put that on?
Well, you really blew that for us.
This is not the bust we were looking for. China White is pure heroin. The Russian smack is a poison cut. It's beige.
Well, stop making waves. It was a good bust.
Skip, I'm trying to tell you something. The Russians knew I had the girl. They knew that we would track them to Furboy. That's when they had Furboy send more hookers to the Italian address. It was a setup.
Now, I gotta go bury a cop. Get out of here. And you...
Does this make me look fat?
No, if it did, it'd be in my sister's closet.
God, I feel like crap.
How's tricks, Blue Eyes? No offense.
Sure. Living a little better homes and gardens here, tough guy?
It's not mine. It's a sublet.
Belongs to a friend of mine, Troy. He's a window dresser at Bloomingdale's. Mike's place got condemned.
No doubt you're accustomed to the best, though, Blue Eyes.
Mike, she's sweating.
Oh.
Going to withdrawal?
Yeah, oh, I'm gonna choke. Oh.
Aren't drugs glamorous? Heroin chic. You okay?
I need a fix.
I'll make a note. Bill, to fix you some coffee. I'm out of here. I was heading back to my office to sort out some unanswered questions. The Russians versus the Italians. I didn't yet know who was going to come up guilty, but I was leaning in the direction of the Kremlin. The yoga teacher, whose studio was next to my office, went by the name of Maya Ricci. She wasn't Italian, she was Polish, and she didn't like cigarettes or Russians. She also had other problems.
Mr. Hammer.
Yeah?
Mr. Hammer, I need to talk to you. I need your help. It's about my Pupki.
Your what?
Pupki, he's my dog.
Well, what about him?
He has been stolen.
Oh, I'm sorry, Maya, but I don't do missing dogs.
I'm your detective.
Yeah, I'm a detective, but, you know, I don't...
Mr. Hammer, he's not really a dog. He's really a human being.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a picture of him?
You mean you take the case?
Well,
Mr. Hammer, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I know I can count on you.
Yeah. Sweet, but a little crazy. Unlike my next visitor. In here!
I gotta talk to you.
I'm busy.
What are you, drunk?
No, just thirsty. But enough about my bad habits. Let's talk about yours, huh? Let's talk about drugs. Heroin? You know a lot about smack, don't you?
I know a lot about drugs. So what?
You're a user, right?
Never.
You were arrested and convicted at 16. Come on.
Yeah, I was. Listen. My brother was a whole lot smarter than me. He was brilliant. In fact, he was my dad's favorite. One of those could have been a president guy, you know?
And you hated him, right?
No. I loved him. I would have done anything for him. I lost a year of my life. Everything. Sports, school, friends. I took the fall.
What fall?
They were my brother's drugs. He was older. He would have done time. Hard time. And with Chick as a cop, inside, forget it.
Did your dad know about this?
He knew. The cops won't tell me anything. And I got nowhere else to go.
Where'd you get the gun?
It's legal. I'm a security guard at the arena. They'll hire anyone. I tried to get on the force 3 times, but that sealed juvenile file, it always seems to unseal. I won't try again.
You want to find this scumbag who killed your brother?
Bad.
And your father?
Yeah. Chicks too.
Okay. So now you're my client.
I can't afford to pay you, but I'll be a client. What do we do?
You go home and you wait for updates.
That's it?
That's it.
You gonna get that?
After you leave. Yeah?
Emma, it's Di Domenico.
What do you want?
Just listen to me. I was set up. I was set up. I want you to get this guy.
Why call me? Didi, I got a client. I'm busy.
Just listen to me. I had cops crawling all over my place.
What were they looking for?
What?
Looking for drugs?
Yeah, they were my drugs. They were all my drugs. But there were 3 crates of guns there. Russian guns that were planted in my place. And that cop that was shot? Hey, Mike, you better go back to ballistics. That's not our style.
So why are you calling me?
Why you? Because I want done to this guy what was done to me, or more. I'm calling in my favor.
I'll think about it. I did think about it. My best hope was in the memories of a blue-eyed addict. So I went home hoping her mind had cleared. What the hell's going on?
Michael, I'm sorry. She wanted some money. I went out to get it. I came back. They were clear she was dead.
I swear I didn't know. She needed some, man. I cannot open up the gates of heaven and hell. I didn't mean to kill her.
No, you just wanted to show her a good time.
Hey. She just needed something to carry over, man. They swore the stuff was good. I loved her, man.
You loved her to death.
Who gave you the stuff? I can't tell you. They'll kill me.
Yeah. You don't tell me, I'll save them the trouble, pal. Velda, you all right? Who did this for you? Who sent you? Come on, man, don't die on me. Give me something. Who sent you?
Mike, look out!
Thanks, kid. I owe you one. We're even.
Hey, Hammer, keep it down up there. We're trying to get some sleep.
The death toll was rising, and I had just dodged a .45 caliber invitation myself. It all pointed in one direction, the art gallery. It was time to scratch an itch. What happened? You're late.
It took me 20 minutes to find a parking spot.
So next time, take the subway.
Okay.
All right, now listen, here's what's going on. I'm going in there, and you're going in up here.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, wait, now be careful. Your dad died because he followed his heart and not his head.
I'm not my dad.
Keep your eyes open. Your subscription's just been canceled.
Mr. Ham, is that you?
Hello, Itchy. I decided to accept your invitation. I thought I'd get here early before the caviar ran out.
I can get drugs through customs. Eliminate my Italian competitors. Why is it I am unable to get rid of an extremely annoying private investigator?
Yankee ingenuity, Itchy. I must say, I admire the versatility of your staff. Secretary, hooker, assassin. Does she also do windows? And importing your heroin from Asia through embassy crates that contain your nation's art. What better way to supply the Russian mafia than with your connections at the KGB? Not only do you get it to New York, but every place else this crap travels. Turned down your first invitation to this party, sending the heroin to Blue Eyes in the same monogrammed envelope. That was an invitation I just couldn't pass up.
Party of one. Just for you, Mr. Hammer. No, I have killed many men before, but you will be the first I will enjoy.
Okay. Take the fire escape. I'll take the stairs.
Give me the watch. I said give me the watch.
right, that's it! Drop the blade. Drop it!
Ilyich died by the hand of a monster he helped create. Do svidaniya, comrade. 1,000 junkies die 1,000 deaths in alleys every night. You do what you can to save someone's honor, someone's dignity, and someone's life. But you can't save someone from themselves.
Mr. Nick Farrell to see you, Mike.
How you feeling, Mike?
Well, no matter how bad the Yankees need me this week, I'm not pitching.
Hey, thanks, Mike. Thanks for my brother and my dad. Thanks for me.
You're welcome, kid.
I got that security gig at the arena, so...
Hey, kid, listen, the Knicks are cold. You don't have to guard them. But we could use an extra pair of hands around here, if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm interested.
All right, shake. We'll shake later.
You all right?
Yeah, I could use a shot. A drink shot.
Bar's open, boys.
Oh, by the way, here's your first case. Find a missing dog. His name is Poopki.